From the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, please welcome the NABO welterweight champion, the new Ray Robinson.
I have the good name. I have the look. I speak well. I got all that, and I can fight.
Oh, there's a good, solid left hand. The fight is over. A TKO win for Ray Robinson.
You would think that a promoter or a manager would just sit back and be like, we gotta put him on HBO, we gotta put him on Showtime.
He is the winner by TKO, the new Ray Robinson.
Let's give this kid a shot. For some reason, I just had bad luck. Having the name Ray Robinson is a big deal. The great Ray Robinson. He put a lot of pressure on me, brother. Growing up with that name, man, as a fighter, shoot. Yeah, that's my real name. It was just by luck. Sugar Ray Robinson was one of the greats. In his era, he was the greatest of all time.
Out he goes. Almost down. He didn't make it. It's all over. One of the greatest champions the boxing game has ever known, Ray Robinson.
In my boxing career, I won 12 straight. Things is looking up for me. I'm hoping I set myself up for a world title shot soon. I think it got to do with a lot of politics, and you know, I didn't have the best luck in my career with accidents and bad managers. I fought through it, you know what I'm saying? I didn't settle, and that's all. You just can't settle. I figured that if you worked hard, things will happen for you. And that's the truth. What's up, Mom?
Hey, son. Hey.
Not anymore.
How you doing?
Good, you?
I'm good.
Let's go
Okay,
outside.
come on. I miss you, Ray.
I know.
I thank God that he turned out the way he did, considering his life pattern when he was younger. His father was very abusive man. At the time, he was on drugs. I always got beaten and stuff like that. I was scared for our lives. I have been shot at. I got hit in the head with a hammer. When Ray was little, he threw my son down the steps. So when he fell, he didn't want me to take my son to the hospital. So I had to literally just pick him up and run out the door.
Excuse me.
And he had a body cast from his waist all the way down to his feet. It also affected his neck, but I didn't know at the time. I left there and I moved into a shelter, safety of my kids. During that time when he was younger, I was on drugs, but I got off. And I've been clean ever since then.
I don't remember getting thrown in the steps. My first memory, I remember us all being in the shelter together. And I had to sleep on this little green cot with my brother. I thought everyone lived like that. I didn't never see nothing different. My mom, just a single mom, 7 kids. Grinding every day, making sure that we had food in our mouth and try to keep a roof over our heads.
All right, let's go. Come on. Put your sandwich in your book bag. It's gonna be late.
The reporter, he came to the shelter and he had to do a story on the shelter. And he wound up picking me. And I told him my story. And that's how I was able to get out the shelter. Then I got a house.
It was amazing, man. It was just like moving on up. We got blessed with a house, like happy.
You talking about 5 boys and 2 girls. They couldn't just be running around the street. Where we lived, all the drugs was right there. So you had to put them into something, any sport.
I grew up in North Philly. You see drugs getting sold on the corner, you see fiends. Once you living in that environment, trouble kind of find you sometimes. I got into a fight a bunch of times in school. So I used that energy to try boxing. My first gym I ever walked in, I was 8 years old. It's called the Back Alley Gym. Small gym, and it was just that the neighborhood kids go. I fell in love with boxing as soon as I got into the gym. The smell of it, I love the signs of it. I thought it was cool to make someone miss. Hit, not get hit. That's what did it for me. It's one of the coolest things I experienced. The family of the gym, how everyone knew everyone. So it was pretty good to have that. If you're in the gym every single day training, it kind of keep you out of trouble. I'm too tired to even go run the street. It was a good thing that I found. I was going to different gyms and getting sparring, and I seen this one guy named Moses. The way he had his kids all together, they all just had the rhythm. And they was doing drills on the bag, and I wanted that type of environment around. After that, I talked to him myself, and I said, hey, man, I would love for you to train me. I went to Moses, and that's when I really started competing, and I got better. He had like 12 kids, and every single day, he'd pick us up, and then he'd drop us all off. That is crazy to me. This man would drive to each kid's house to pick them up to make sure they get to the gym. He'd drop us all off. We all lived in different places. So that just blew my mind. That just shows the type of heart this man had, the type of love. So for a week straight, man, I seen how this man cared about his fighters. After the week went by, and I asked him, I was like, man, what you think, being my dad? It just came out. I didn't think of it like, should I ask him, should he be? I wanted this man to be my dad. It's just that simple. And I thought it kind of worked like that. Yo, you want to be my dad, And he gave me the proper answer, man. He just said, I can be a father figure for you,
What's up, Ray? How you been, man? Good. I brought some pictures, man. The old pictures back in the day, baby, from the time you started with me. One time in D.C., told Ray to hit the kid in the nose. And he hit the kid in the nose, then the other kid. You blooded the next kid the next day. And you said, man, what's this guy, Ray Robinson? Yeah. He's blooding all these kids' noses up here, man. Your mother always said, she named you Ray Robinson. For a reason, right. Yeah. And that's because you were great. I was really excited about his name, Ray Robinson, because I had studied films of Ray Robinson, and my trainer had always wanted me to box like Ray Robinson. Now I got a real Ray Robinson.
I had a couple fights now, and I've been traveled a little bit, and I felt as though that things was good. I learned that there's other things out there, and I don't gotta settle. Everyone don't live that way. Kind of do help your mind frame. Oh, I can do better. I was 13 years old and I was sparring, and a couple punches was thrown. You slipping and you moving, and one time I slipped and it didn't feel right. My neck wound up getting stuck and I couldn't move it. Like I just couldn't physically move it. So they called the ambulance, they took me down there. My bone was floating around. They told me that I wasn't going to be able to box again, and even horse playing, he can get paralyzed. You gotta get the surgery.
You'll be all right, Ray.
I feel like I had a way out and now I don't. That's what hurt me the most. I gotta live this way. I had the halo on. 2 screws in the front, 2 screws in the back. They wound up taking the bone from my hip, so I was in a wheelchair. My mom stayed in the hospital room with me the whole entire time. She never went home. She never physically left my side, my mom. She told them that she'd go home when I go home. She got 6 other kids at home, but she made them understand, like, we got one that's hurt, I gotta take care of him. And they all understood that.
His place is here.
How my life was going and how her life was going, I just felt like it was just another setback and we was gonna get through it. All right, another setback, another, obstacle I gotta get over. Another speed bump, all right, we'll get through it. Me having my mom there showing me how much she cares and loves me made me wanna get better. The day that the doctor told me I can go home, it was just hard to walk from being cut from the bone taken from your hip. Once I got home, I wanted to be barricaded in the house. I felt embarrassed. I was ashamed. I thought I looked silly. Because we didn't have a hospital bed, I sat up in a chair for like weeks, man. Sitting up in a chair, and I go to sleep like that. And sometimes my mom would come in and put my feet up. I remember the day that the doctor came in, took the halo off. He told me, your neck is actually strong. You made a great recovery. I think you can actually box again. And that was like, oh man, that was like the best feeling. When I went to therapy, they gave me exercises. I wasn't gonna get stronger just through therapy and that's it. I needed to bring that home. Boxing gave me a work ethic. You work hard, you train hard, things happen for you. I wanted to get stronger, I wanted to get better. Every day, different things that make your neck stronger. My coach Moses, he made me basically take another year off. My coach always said me, like, listen, we'll get you stronger, don't worry about it. You'll be all right. This is the same guy I asked to be my dad, so I had to trust him, I believe in him. And sure enough, I turned 16, I won everything.
There was the Junior Olympics, and I was telling Al Mitchell, watch this kid. His name is Ray Robinson. He could do anything. While Ray was there, Ray shot like up 2 inches. And that was perfect for him because he won 2 national tournaments. Al Mitchell sent him to college.
Al Mitchell, he called my coach and it was like, we like the kid Ray Robinson, why don't you bring him up here? In Marquette, Michigan, my coach was like, yo, this is the best opportunity for you. Go see other things, you live up there, you leave your environment. I didn't want to leave my environment. I didn't want to leave the hood. I didn't want to. I was like, no, this is all I know. Me leaving to go to Marquette, it was the best decision I made. It was amazing seeing the whole different way to live. I was 16 when I first went up there, so I was living in a college dorm but going to high school. As soon as I graduated high school, I went to college. So I fought a lot and I fought in the nationals. Top 3 people get on the USA boxing team. So I wanted to get on the USA boxing team. From the USA boxing team, you get a check every month, you get clothes. I feel like I was like living it up. Every year you gotta fight for that spot though. So every year I made sure I worked hard. Once you get that taste of getting a check every day to go fight for USA, you want that spot every year. I turned pro, 20 years old, everything was good.
On his way toward what looks like a promising pro career, and there he is, down he goes.
Knockout still undefeated from Philadelphia.
I fought a lot of undefeated fighters that prospects would never do. And I did it because I had Moses that was an old school coach, and he always like, the best fight the best. I started believing it, like, all right, then the best gotta fight the best. You know, I fight the best.
Two undefeateds came here to test each other. Give them a lot of credit, each man, for taking the fight. Interesting note early in his career for Ray Robinson. He had neck surgery when he was only 14 years old. He explained that surgeons took a piece of a bone from his hip.
Both these fighters had good amateur experience, that long, lean body.
Oh, there's a good, solid left hand that sends Giles back. And now Ray Robinson, long, straight left hands. Fight is over. A TKO win for Ray Robinson. And the reward for Ray Robinson is win number 10 in his career. Now has 4 knockouts.
I was 11-0, then I fought another undefeated kid. And I got my first loss. I lost a fight and then I come right back and fight another undefeated fighter, a kid named Shawn Porter.
Give Ray Robinson so much credit coming off a loss, taking a fight that we said, why is he taking?
That's a good combination. He's up right now for Robinson on counterpunch as he's going in. That's a good shot.
He catches Robinson with a jab, and Robinson is down.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Feel good. Come on, baby. All right.
Well, Ray Robinson got a ton of heart, let me tell you.
Every time it looks like he's in trouble, he finds a way to stay alive.
This is a fight now, and they are going hard.
He can win this fight.
Robinson catches Porter. He has turned it around and now literally has Porter on the run. Porter is surprised by it.
I thought I beat Shawn Porter.
And this fight has been even throughout most of it. Round 10 will end the very same way.
Ray Robinson worked his butt off in this fight.
I got this fight a draw.
And staying undefeated, Showtime Show.
That was a big setback for me because I just feel as though that some judges can sit around a ring and just determine that you lost. They don't know what I did. They don't know what I sacrificed. It was just so easy to check me off. Nah, he lost. So I had back-to-back losses now. I'm done. I'm done with boxing. I hate the politics. I'm done. I can't. So I took a year and a half off, living the normal life, getting a job, and I hated it. I hated it. I wasn't training. I went through all this, the surgery and all this. I escaped the hood, seen the different parts of the world, and I just got a 9-to-5. One of my good friends, Brittany Rogers, she's a promoter. She was like, this is my first show. I'd love for you to be the main event. She kind of restarted my career. I had 2 to 3 fights with Brittany. That's when Moses retired. And when Mo retired, I wound up going with Bozy, and he helped me out so much.
Slip, slip. Roll it, roll it. Pop it. Good. Roll it, roll it. Yeah. He's a smart type of fighter. He's a boxer. And now I done added on, show him how to fight inside now. He used to do a lot of dancing and moving. Now I taught him how to stay right there and catch shots and roll and come inside, you inside, fighting inside. Tall as he is with long arms, he fight good inside.
Moses tell me all the time, like, man, I think Bozy took a new level. And I love that Mo liked that I got better. After that, me and Bozy just went on a spree of winning all types of titles and, you know, wound up getting ranked in the world. And we wound up getting that phone call that we wanted, the HBO fight. And I was just like, oh, I was like, this is it. Time to show the world, you know, I belong there. had like 2 weeks to go. I was at a stop and I wanted to get into a car accident. And someone hit me from the back. Immediately I felt like my lower back. I wanted to go into the hospital. This is what you train for, to get that phone call. It finally happened and boom, another roadblock ahead of me. So I wound up missing out on the HBO fight. That this was a kid I feel like I can beat and I could have looked good against on HBO. It just kind of sucked. I took like 1.5 years off again. I had to go to therapy again. It was just another setback. As soon as I feel like I'm doing good and I got a couple belts underneath me, I'm getting ranked, boom, something happened. Throughout my whole career, that always happened. My career can't take off. My first fight back from the 1.5 year layoff, that was October 28th. It was just good to be back. I love the lights, I love the pressure, I love the fans. That's what I live for. I enjoy that, and so it was good to be back.
Robinson.
4 months later, I'm right back at it.
Your winner, as you know, by KO, round 2, Ray the New Robinson.
Coming off a stoppage, that was a great feeling. I won 11 straight fights and I stopped 6 of them. It's hard to ask for a big fight if I've been out for a 1.5 years. So now, I'm staying busy. I'm winning again.
He is the winner by TKO, Ray Robinson.
The new Ray Robinson, custom made. The more you in the ring, the sharper you are. The better your reflexes, everything.
Here you go, Ray. That's how you get him off you.
Me staying busy, I never had that in my career. At this moment, I got everything together. That should be scary for these opponents.
I'm back, so these 147-pounders better start fearing me, man. I'm ranked number 4 in the WBC, man. These guys can't keep running. I want Danny Garcia, Lamont Peterson, whoever, man. It doesn't matter. I don't got no picks, man. I'm an old school fighter. I want the best.
You're so close, but you're so far away, too. Kind of sucked that I'm not getting my opportunity right now. And I'm not asking for no favors. I mean, I understand if I wasn't ranked and then I'm like, yo, can I get a title shot? Like, nah, I'm in the top 10. I'm asking to fight someone in the top 5, top 10. It's not happening and it's frustrating. You got these fighters now that they try to get their way to the top by avoiding every hard fight. As soon as you get in there with someone half decent, they lose. It's a lot of politics in the game. It's not the same like it was back in the day when the 1 should fight number 2 and all that. It's just not like that anymore. They invest in these guys that's in the top 10, and they don't want these guys to take a loss, especially by a guy that they don't have signed. Once I get my shot, and I will, I make them pay for making me wait as long as they did. money fight. That's what we want. We want the fight we deserve that we've been waiting for. You know what I'm saying? I heard Earl Spence wanted to defend his title against somebody number 15. I found out I'm number 12. Tell him to holler at me.
What's up, rule? Rule. Catch. Rule. Bye. Turn.
Danny Garcia's ass on vacation away. I've been calling him out so long. I guess I ain't gonna get that. I guess I ain't gonna beat his ass before he retire. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I get something soon though, man. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna stay in the gym, stay in shape, listen to Bo and L. You know what I'm saying? Getting the job done. That's it.